It's time to prepare for the crash of 2024. No, I don't mean the housing market crash. I mean the crash in mortgage interest rates. The Fed just handed us a nice holiday gift when, in the December 13th meeting, they decided not to increase the Fed fund rate, and the dot plots are showing there's a possibility of a reduction in the Fed fund rate starting middle of next year and continuing through 2026. This is good news for mortgage interest rates, and they've already started dropping. It's definitely time to start preparing for this new housing market in 2024. Is it time for you to jump into the housing market? Hey there, Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates. We have been helping buyers and sellers make the best actual and factual data-driven decisions in this crazy market. So if you're ready to dive into 5 tips to prepare for the housing market 2024, hit that like button and let's get started. Number 1, let's get this out of the way right from the very beginning, and that is do not buy because of FOMO, fear of missing out. We know a lot of people who jumped into the market because they saw the crazy low interest rates, they saw prices going up, and they thought, boy, I need to buy right now. Now, it worked out for a lot of people. They have tons of equity right now, but that's not a reason for you to jump into the market on the hopes that your equity is going to run through the roof. You need to be able to jump into the market when you're ready, if it makes sense, if you have your financial house in order, if the timing is right and you're going to be able to stay put for a good 5 to 7 years, then go ahead and get out there and start shopping around and be ready to buy. And please don't have any regrets about not buying during the most recent run-up in value. If you didn't make it happen, so be it. Even if the timing was right for you and it didn't happen, don't beat yourself up. There will be other times. You could beat yourself up for not buying after the global financial crisis. Prices have tripled or quadrupled since then. You could beat yourself up for not buying in the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. If you're gonna buy right now, make sure it works for you and don't have any regrets about not buying or buying. Number 2 may seem like an obvious one, but we see people making that mistake all the time, and that is be careful where you get your news from. Stop spending so much time on YouTube. Yes, I'm a YouTuber telling you to do that. Stop watching the crash bros out there talking about how it's going to be a recession or a housing market crash for at least the 10th or 12th time they have been saying these things. There actually is quite a bit of good information on YouTube and other social media platforms out there. But unfortunately, the ones who often get the most views and the most clicks and the most comments are the ones that are using clickbait and using data incorrectly. I've caught a lot of YouTubers out there doing that as well. Of course, it is possible there's going to be a housing market crash and recession. These things will happen in the future. But if a YouTuber's been saying the same thing for years now, you may want to go somewhere else for a resource. Additionally, do they actually even own any real estate? Or maybe if they're a real estate agent, are they actually doing any deals in any real estate market? And have they been doing deals for a while? Those are important things. Potentially, 2 quick tips to vet a YouTube channel. Number 1 is you can actually sort through their videos to look at some of their oldest videos. You're going to click on the videos tab and then click the button that says oldest, and it'll sort them by oldest. Take a quick scroll through, look at where their channel has been, and everybody had some lousy videos in the beginning. Trust me, I did and probably still do. But take a look at where their channel's been and see what they've been saying for the past couple years in their YouTube messaging. See how accurate it has turned out to be. Another thing you need to do is click on the About tab and you'll find out more. This I found interesting. There were several channels that talk about crashing housing markets, Crash Bros, that had a disclaimer in their About section, and they were identical. The disclaimers were identical. They copied them from each other. It said this: the video content is intended for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes. So I guess that's fair that they're trying to do that. But here's what comes next. Neither blank channel name, I'm leaving it out, or YouTuber name, leaving that out, or registered financial advisors. Of course, good. That's good they're mentioning that. I'm not a financial advisor either. Your use of blank YouTube channel and your reliance on any information on the channel is solely at your own risk. That to me seems to be a bit of a red flag that you have to put a warning in there. I don't feel like you're truly vetting your information and your content if you have to warn people like that. Makes me wonder if they got in trouble for something before. Just my thoughts and feelings on it. I could be wrong. I'd like to get your opinion. If you see a disclaimer like this on a YouTube channel, what do you think it means? By the way, same thing goes for offline sources for news, and that is there's a lot of people who have opinions on real estate who have not done a transaction ever, or maybe did a transaction 20 years ago. Just be careful who you're turning to for real estate advice, whether they actually know what they're talking about or not. It's okay to ask them a few questions about their level of experience. And number 3 dovetails into number 2, and that is track your local market. You're going to get reports and updates on what's happening at a national level. You need to know what is going on in your local neighborhood. Things can vary. I do Southern California market updates. Things can vary dramatically between the different counties within Southern California. So that's why you have to turn to accurate resources for data, some of the accurate resources we use. So one good example is Redfin. Their data center is chock full of amazing amounts of data, and it can go down to the county level here on this data. They run through new listings, homes sold, median sale price, days to close, lots of great data in here about your market, your particular county. And then they have other data, new construction investor data, really giving you a good look at what is going on in your local area. And you're not going to just stop there. Zillow also has great data, and you can take it down to the city level for data, and they'll run through and give you the amount of for sale inventory. Lots of great statistics here to get an idea of what your home may be worth if you own, or if you're looking to buy, where value should be. And you can break it down, single family, condo. Well, they also have data for rentals as well, and you can get a rough idea of what your property will rent for. We'll cover that in another video. But we're not going to stop there. And one of our favorite ones is Altos Research Reports. We cover these in our Southern California market updates. You can look at any level. We've got national reports. You can see what's going on national level, statewide level, county level. And then what's cool is really no matter where you are in the United States, you can type in any city or zip code and you will get the data for your local market. This is an amazing tool so that you can track and see where things are headed for your market. I love to look at the market segments down here to compare new versus absorbed and the days on market, not to mention the inventory levels, all important metrics for sellers and buyers. And you'll find those here in the Altos Research Reports. You can actually sign up on our website for your local area. Number 4, even before you've unwrapped the gifts under the tree, it is time to get your financial house in order. I'd highly recommend going out and applying for a mortgage right now. It is never too early to do that. That will allow you to pull a credit report and see if there's any mistakes on there. That will allow you to see if maybe there's some debt you need to pay off. Additionally, you'll be able to see if you have sufficient funds to buy. There's a lot of different low down payment programs if you need something like that right now. They're not crazy. It's not like 2008 loan programs out there where they give a loan to anyone and they actually pay you when you close on a home, and that is a true fact. By applying for a mortgage, you're going to be able to see where your potential payments will be, and as rates drop, you can then refresh and see, and maybe you'll be able to afford a little more home as long as prices haven't adjusted up at the same time. Right now, not a lot of loan officers are too terribly busy because it's the holidays, although rates have been dropping. So I recommend getting out there. I can connect you to a good one if you need it. Apply right now so you can know if you're in a good position and what things you can do to put yourself into a better position. And number 5, be prepared for a continued tight inventory market if you're out there shopping as a buyer. And of course, this goes as well for sellers who have to sell and buy. Tight inventory is going to make it tough for you. This is a national chart, the Altos Research Report. This shows the inventory levels. They have ticked up slightly. And as we get into the spring season, typically inventory will tick up. But when you compare to more normal years, 2018 and 2019, we're nowhere near those inventory levels. And there's no reason to believe we will. Foreclosures are not going to tick up. New homes are being built, but not fast enough to lead to crazy levels of inventory in most neighborhoods throughout the nation. Now, in some areas, again, know your local market. Maybe there are more new homes, But Southern California, for example, we do not have extra new homes being built. And here is a big part of the reason that we have such tight inventory levels. This article from June of 2023 shows just how low mortgage interest rates are that are locked up on homes. You can see here, according to Redfin, almost 25% of homeowners who have a mortgage are below 3%, and about 90% are below 6%. So you can see that inventory is tight because people don't want to give up their mortgage interest rates. An interesting side note, we actually did a video in September of 2020, we'll link it up above, where we talked about this very problem that was coming when rates were so low. The fact that so many home sellers are going to be rate locked. Be prepared. There will be bidding wars. It's going to be tough out there as inventory stays low. That's why you need to work with somebody who's been through this in the past couple years and before, and they can help you navigate the process to make sure you get the home you want with the terms that make sense for you. Here's a recent poll we ran in our community tab on our channel, asking sellers when they plan to sell. These are some interesting numbers. We will continue to run polls like this throughout the year. Let us know in the comments below if you agree with these sellers. Let us know in the comments below if you plan on selling or buying in 2024. If you like the charts and data in this video, make sure you subscribe to our free weekly email newsletter, and we'll deliver these gently to your email inbox. No gift receipt needed. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates, and we can't wait to hear from you.